Whether you're filing for an H-1B visa, H-2B visa, your green card, you have to comply with certain wage requirements. In this video, we're going to give you an update from the Department of Labor, from their wage and hour division, about some updates, changes in this area for those applying for H-1Bs, H-2Bs, and their green card. So if you're interested in this topic, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our Immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California, and I help clients in all 50 states and all over the world. And in this video, we'll give you an update as it was provided to the American Immigration Lawyers Association from the Department of Labor, specifically the wage and hour division that controls what salaries should be paid to immigrants that are being sponsored, and we'll cover topics that are concerning the labor condition application, wages for H-1B, H-2B, and people that are applying for the green cards. But before that, if you're here for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to recommend this video to more people just like you. So Department of Labor, Wage and Hour Division will provide updates from time to our association. I'm going to try to summarize the key takeaways to make it easier for you if you're going currently through the process with the Department of Labor, whether you're applying for an H-1B, H-2B, H-2A, or the green card process. First, let's talk about some of the goals of Labor Department for 2023, late 2022. Number one, they want to ensure the safety of workers that are currently coming and being sponsored by U.S. employers. As companies are coming out of the pandemic, and there's a lot of issues with wages, with people being terminated unlawfully, they're really concerned about that, especially when their status depends on that, so their priorities are going to be focusing on that, making sure there's fairness in an employment place. Second thing, they're going to be open to addressing questions both from employees and employers as it comes to pandemic-related issues, whether people are being laid off, salary changes, all these adjustments, being open and available to answer those questions from the public. And finally, ensuring that employers are going to comply with fair labor practices, ensure that employers will apply with the Fair Labor Standards Act and Family Medical Leave Act to make sure that workers, even if they're immigrants, have enough time to take care of their families at home. The Wage and Hour Division of the Labor Department is specifically concerned about retaliation against foreign workers specifically. A lot of these employees are vulnerable. Some of these employees, like in H-2B or H-2A cases, they're living on employers' premises. They're living on their facilities. Their immigration status is dependent on their job, and so they're very vulnerable to employers to manipulate their wage, to not pay them sometimes. Wage and Hour Division of Labor Department is going to be very, very diligent to check those cases and open to receive the workers' complaints if things like that do happen. Let's talk about some prevailing wage changes. On May 3rd, 2022, the Labor Department made some changes to Form ETA 9141, which is the LCA form. And the new form now reports one wage for each set of requirements that the employer is requiring on the form. And the way it works in practice, if we have two sets of alternative requirements, each requirement will carry its own wage. Therefore, there could be, moving forward, two different prevailing wage determinations. You need the prevailing wage determination when you apply for a green card, when you apply for PERM, when you apply for H-2B and H-2A visas. So for example, when an employer requires a master's degree plus 3 years experience or a bachelor's degree plus 5 years experience, those are going to be considered two different requirements, and each will require its own wage. Also, the Department of Labor confirmed this new requirement will only take place for LCAs filed after May 3rd, 2022. Any applications that were filed before will be subject to the older requirements. In any case, employers always must pay the required wage. Also in this update, the Wage and Hour Division shared what were some of the top violations when it comes to filing H-2B visas, and they're the following: misclassification of workers who are paid at a lower rate, failure to offer immigrant workers the same working conditions and benefits as offered to U.S. citizens, failure to pay the H-2B required wage as mentioned on the prevailing wage determination, failure to provide inbound and outbound transportation, and finally failure to provide proper wage statements to H-2B employees. Also, another common question we get is, what is the average processing time of foreign labor certifications that are required in these H-2B cases. And based on the wage and hour division, the typical time frame is about 120 days. This is both for first-time applicants and those H-2B applicants who are renewing. Same time frame, 120 days. And finally, a short update about LCA, Labor Condition Application Notice of Filing. You have to, whenever you post an LCA, you have to also put a notice that it's being posted. So with the changing work environment where a lot of employees are remote, it doesn't matter. As long as all employees are being notified and they are aware of the posting of the LCA, it should be fine. Also, the use of an electronic bulletin board, as long as it's visible to all employees, is also allowed. Once again, what is important is the notice is sufficient to notify all employees about the posting. So once again, this is just a few updates from the Wage and Hour Division of the Labor Department. Hopefully it will be helpful for you if you're going through the immigration process, if you're filing for a green card, H-1B, H-2B, or H-2A visas. This is the most recent update we can provide to you. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.